Recently, I had the opportunity to counsel some immigrants on how they can settle in and quickly get themselves a good job. And I realized that the problem is the same for everyone. Interestingly, as I was giving her all the links, oh my God, I got to remember how people were giving me so many links as well. When we first came, I wasn't even interested in working because that was not my plan. I just came to study, and the reality of the condition on ground made me to have to look for jobs. And I wasn't even looking for jobs, but my colleagues, they would just, have you gotten jobs? Have you seen that? I went for an interview and all that. I was just like, hey, am I going to be the only one that I'm not going to be working in the midst of everybody? Though they kept telling us not to work because the course was intensive, 8 to 5 every day. But everybody was getting jobs, and I was feeling like, let me also try. There's no sin in trying. So they kept giving me many links. I found myself, that flashback of how people were giving me links. It came back to me. I understand how you are feeling. I know your pain. People ask you to apply for 100 jobs. In fact, some people will even advise you to apply for 200 jobs. I know. I know. But the reality of what is on ground is that you have to apply for those jobs. You have to try. So let's say you are a new immigrant, that you find yourself in a new country, either UK, US, or Canada. I think what is important is, let's talk about the steps that you have to take. Understand their own job market. Our job markets are different. Where you are coming from, people are always looking for jobs, applying for jobs, and there's even no jobs or, minimum payment. But here, there are jobs. Believe me, there are jobs. Different platforms, there are jobs. If you filter and you see newly posted or newly, uploaded, you will see new jobs that were just uploaded 2-3 days ago. So there are jobs, they need you. But you have to understand how the process works. And that's where networking comes in. That's the second step. Understand the job market. Understand that the jobs are available. Then network, talk to people. Then I wasn't even looking for jobs, but people were telling me about jobs, and they were encouraging everybody. Oh, have you gotten? Oh, I got 20 hours per week. I got this, I got that. My husband just got this, my husband just got that. Network, talk to people. Don't walk alone. Don't feel alone. Don't be left out. Network with people. You might not even have to do so much application. The job I eventually got was with the one that some of my colleagues were already working at. They just asked me, you can also try. I think they're always looking for staff, And I put in my application. I called the secretary or whoever is at the front desk, and they asked me to come around for interview. It wasn't even difficult at all. So networking makes things easier. It makes life easier. You wouldn't have to struggle. You wouldn't even have to go on Indeed and apply for 200 jobs if you network, if you talk to people. And where can you get people to talk to? If you are not a student, peradventure you are maybe husband to a student or somebody. If you have students, students talk to each other. That's even easier. But if you find yourself that you are not a student and you don't have people to talk to, you live in a neighborhood where people don't really come out. Join communities. Where can you find communities? You can find communities at the park. If you scroll, if you go around the park, you can talk to people there. People that brought children to come and play. You will see them. Single people that came to come and take a smoke or fag. You will see them. So you can talk to people at the park. Another place that you can talk to people is probably your religious community, church, mosque. Wherever you worship. If you're somebody that attend this kind of groups, so you could meet people there, talk to them. In fact, people are always open-minded because they are eager to help each other. People are eager to help you. So don't isolate yourself and feel left out. Now, if peradventure you are not a religious person and you still want to network, pub in your local community is another good place to network. Most people get their jobs from church members, mosque members, and all that, pastors and the likes, because they are ready to help. But pub is where business happens, where people exchange contacts, where they share business ideas, where they give each other contracts. It's the truth. So if you are somebody that drinks, that goes out in the night, enjoy your local pub. You will meet loads of people there. And that's just really about networking. Network everywhere you find yourself, in your local community, in the schools, and at workplace. Network, talk to people, be open-minded. It's not just even about the jobs. There are so many things to understand about settling as an immigrant that you will not understand if you don't compare with other people. Oh, how does it work in your own house? How does it work with you? Do you know about electricity bill? How does your water bill work? You know, there are some things that will be strange to you that you just feel like, whoa, what am I going to pay £120 for? But when you ask other people questions and you understand why this is like this, you know, it helps. It lessens the burden. So network, talk to people, don't isolate yourself, don't be alone. And aside from networking, my brother, my sister, you will still sit down and go to those platforms and apply. It's just the truth. There's no two ways about it. All those links that you have been collecting, that you've not been applying for jobs, you will have to sit down and do it. Applying for job is a job on its own, because you have to keep scouting, you have to keep following up. There are loads of steps in that regard. If you have not watched any of my videos on my platform, try and watch some of those that I've already made about processes involved in getting jobs in the UK, US, Canada, anywhere you are. After you've submitted those applications and tweak and adjust your CV and all that, you still have to follow up, either through email or phone call or going physically. You have to follow up. If you are sure that you urgently, truly need that job, you have to follow up, because without follow up, they might not know that you are really interested. They might just pick a random person for the job. Don't forget, these people that are managing these applications are the secretaries. It might not even be the manager. It might not even be the big person in the company. It might just be like, let me just take the first five applications. Let's see how it goes. I think I'm good with these two people. But if you show face and you are ready and you are interested, that will give you priority, isn't it? That this person is ready, this person's got everything that we need, he's got his documents, let's just hire him. Come for interview tomorrow, or let's do your interview right now. Are you ready? Are you ready to work next week? It can go like that. It's that simple. It's not complicated. So sit down, do all the applications, and follow up. If you really need the job urgently, you'll be surprised what can happen. Especially if you are somebody that you have companies around where you live in your community and walking distance to your house. Why not just go around and look for easy jobs close to your place of abode? It's that simple. There is always vacancy. Always vacancy. So don't think everything has to be difficult, everything has to be Indeed, everything has to be gov.uk, everything has to be, No, it can be easy. So take it the way I said it. So sit down and do those applications and follow up. Don't forget that following up part. Another important part is for you to adjust your resume, because some people will submit 100 applications with the same resume. Don't do that. Don't be lazy. Managers don't like it when people are lazy, because it's giving them the impression that you don't care. So if this is what their requirements are and you are giving them this expertise, it will not match. So sit down, look at the application, see what you can do about it if it's something that you are interested in and you are experienced in. So put in your experience, tweak it towards the application before you submit your application. It's important so that you are not wasting your time and you are not wasting other people's time as well. If you are not ready to adjust your CV and tweak whatever needs tweaking, don't bother submitting that application. By and large, having said everything I've said, what is important is still your will. When you get to a new land, it takes time to settle, it takes time to relax, it takes time before you can know your way around. So don't be discouraged, don't be tired. Anyway, bills will not even allow you to be tired. Bills will not let you rest. So I'm sure you're not going to rest until you get a good job. And I'll see you in another video. Thank you. Bye.